Good morning, everyone. Hey, I wanted to talk to everyone about what I look for when I'm inspecting cows on a daily basis. The things that I look at when a cow first approaches. These are two bulls that we have, and this is red and this is yellow. Well, one of the things that I look for is their approach, their perkiness, their ears. If their ears are up or if their ears are down. If their ears are down, that means they're in pain or depressed some way. So I'll look at their hooves, making sure that there's no cracks or any kind of hoof rot. Their nose, I want to make sure that their nose is moist. Cattle lick their nose a lot. There shouldn't be no discharge, blood, foam. If so, that will indicate that there's some kind of sickness. Uh, I look at their body weight. If they're losing weight, they're rooming. If it's sunk in, that means they're not feeding right. The eyes, of course, if they're red, that means they might have pink eye, or if there's discharge. So those are some of the things that I look at. I also look at their poo, cow patty. So a good cow patty shows that how they're feeding, and it should look like that. There should be a pancake thickness to the cow patties there, cow pies. I'll look at their rear to see if there's diarrhea. That means, I guess, the grass is too rich for them, too much protein. But anyways, so these guys look good. They look really good. They've gained a lot of weight here. They're ready to go back and start getting back to work. Old yellow. Okay, so what we have here is some steers. They're our youngest steers on this ranch here. They weigh between 900 to 1,000 pounds. I know I said before that when their ears are down, there's a problem, but not necessarily. When their ears are down and they're isolating themselves, then you can tell that there's an issue there. But more or less what I look at is the perkiness of their ears, the curiosity. It shows the movement of their ears. That helps me understand if they are in a good mood or if they're healthy, if they're acting right, and things are going well. Another thing I look at is their coats. Their coats, are they shiny? Or if they're losing hair. If they're losing hair, there's a problem. It could be that they're not feeding right, or they need it to be dewormed. All in all, these guys look good. They have flies. I need to spray them for flies. And again, I look at their noses to see if there's any kind of blood, foam, discharge, or eyes, if they're red. Everybody looks good. Then I take a count. There should be 14 steers here. But all in all, they look good. Time to go to the next. All right, so look at these two steers. We have them on this lot together. There was 5. This is where I keep the big boys, 1,500 pounds or more. That guy right there weighs 1,535 as of last week. This one here weighs a lot less. It weighs about 1,200 pounds. The only reason that Baldy is in this pen is because that Baldy goes wherever it wants. It destroys fences and we had 6 other big steers in here, and it decided it wanted to be with the big steers. And so, but anyways, so this big boy is leaving next week. He's 1535 as of last week. You can see, you know, he has a big brisket there. He's waddling, you know. He's filled out. Matter of fact, I think I'm going to close that back gate there just to limit his, mobility. I don't want him running around, getting too much exercise. But that's a 1,535 pound steer right there. And like I said before, you know, if they got the square body, cankles, big tailbone, a lot of meat around the tailbone, well, he's all perky. How you doing, big boy? But they look good. So they look good. So also, when you're inspecting your cow, look at your pasture. Make sure that there's nothing out of the ordinary, meaning a fence down, something that's flowing in. And every time I approach a pasture, what I look for is critters running out. You know, whether it's a coyote, skunk, just know what comes in and out of your pastures. Always, at least weekly, I ride the fence lines to make sure everything's up and rolling right. Okay, so this is the last pasture, the lot area, and these are our 1,300 to 1,400 pound steers. We weighed them about 2 weeks ago. What we'll do next week is there's some that weighed 1,480. We'll see who weighs 1,500 pounds. If they weigh 1,500 pounds plus, we'll put them in another area. But anyway, so these guys are, you know, they're about there. They're big boys. We'll do a health check. There should be 15 of them here, but everybody's coat's shiny. Moist nose, good eyes, no redness. Their eyeballs are not sunken in. When their eyeballs are sunken in, that means they're dehydrated. They all have that curious look. Yeah, so these guys look good. All right, look at the rumen, see if anybody's, I look for ribs. If I see ribs, there's an issue. So, all right, looking good.